And you only do one thing, realize God the Father. What God the Father did from the start. Alright? So in fact it revealed to me strongly that God judged Eli. And I realized that it is important for us as Christians, as I said, to put our houses in order. Thank God me in all the houses. So all I can say, I tell them all I throw things in garden and thing. I ain't throw nothing in garden, I throw no stone, me have no stone in my hand, me I have no stone in my mouth, right? I have nothing like that. I just throw it in the wood. Alright? And I realize that this is important, as I said right now. I don't know your lives, and I am not here, as I said, to cast stones. I am here to share what God was showing me through His Word. You see, Eli did, in fact, try to put his house in order. He did. We just read it. If you didn't realize, read it back again. I'm just showing you. He did try with respect to his sons, his children. He did so by speaking to them. The knowledge was there. And I found it quite alarming that even though he spake to them, Eli spake to them, God was not merciful unto Eli and that generation. Because I feel like I am softer than God. I don't even want to go there, but if I say, if I was God, I would pardon him. That is what we like to think. But we see that was not the case. It showed me that God sometimes wants more from us. Yes. Even though we feel that it is enough that we are giving. You know, sometimes I feel like that. Sometimes I feel like I have no more I can give. But even though I feel that, I can't become complacent on that. Amen. Neither can anyone here today. Amen. To be complacent. Look at what God says in His Word. And also, it showed me we should not ever sin against the Lord. We see that a sin against the Lord and the church is judged differently from even a sin against a man. You say everything equal? No. It's not equal. If all you want me to tell all you equal, no. I can't tell you that. You gotta find another church. And I mean that in an arrogant way. I'm just saying, I can't say that. I can't deliver if that is what you want me to say this morning. This morning, we saw something different. You say, well, Pastor, how? A sin is a sin. You ever hear that? People ever say that? Mm-mm. I thought so. I thought a sin is a sin. Clearly, a sin is not a sin, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, this morning. This is a perfect example of that. I didn't have an example, so I couldn't say a sin is not, a sin is not a sin. But we see here that when you sin against the Lord, it is different from when you commit a sin against a man. When you commit a sin against a man, there is the law which judges you. When you commit a sin against God Himself, oh Lord, who will entreat for you? Yes. Who will entreat for me? Yes. I sat to pray one time. I said, Lord, if I do anything out of you, Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me, because I don't know. I'm so limited by my knowledge. I might think I'm perfect, and I don't know what I have done. So I said, Lord, forgive me. Today, think about it. Don't be ashamed to ask the Lord to forgive you, even when you don't know. Even when you feel like you ain't doing nothing wrong. Ask Him. Nothing wrong with it. Better to ask Him and come in humility than to lose your salvation. Don't lose your salvation for it. So, a sin is a sin, right? A tree is a tree, right? But not all trees are the same species. No. Think about it. Think about it. A sin is a sin, but not all sins are met with the same consequence on earth. Neither is in heaven. So we see that Eli made a step in the right direction to correct his sons. We see that. And I don't know if the sons were over 18. I would hope so, because I mean it was with, it was adult acts. I don't know if they were big men, but it seems that talking was not enough under God's sight. Pastor, what are you trying to say, Pastor? That talking is not, you had to do something more than talking? We have to see the context of the word in the light of our houses this morning. Our children, our family this morning, within our jurisdiction this morning. Think of it. While this story was for a priest, this story applies to our lives and our families. You say, but how? While we are responsible to do good works in contribution to God's kingdom, we cannot ignore putting our houses in order. It had. I know it had. This is not about being a dictator in your home, but rather being a Christian and a light that shines onto your family this morning. Because you want your family to be blessed this morning. You don't want your family to be in that position. Because I ain't come to the end result yet. We'll come to the end result. I don't know this one too scary, boy. This one, man, preacher one outside, you have real people coming to the Lord after that one. Or running away from the Lord. Alright. So it is our responsibility towards our family and our generation. This, what you do here now, will affect the generations after you. You understand what I'm saying? This is a prime example that we have to fix that which is ours before we try to help fixing others.
Amen.
That's a kind of hard one. It's a kind of hard one because I have to watch myself too. I have to watch my family. I have to say, wait now. I'm not in charge of my family. Technically speaking, I am not in charge of my mother. I am not entirely in charge of my brother either. I'm older than my brother, but I am not entirely in charge of my brother. My father would have been in charge of all of we. My mother is in charge of all of us. Understand what I'm saying? You don't understand the dynamics here. I'm not pulling away from my responsibility, but I am saying, right, that the person in charge is usually the mother or the father. You know what I'm saying? Right? And the older brother could be in charge, but I try not to boss around here too much. I eat all his food, man. Other than that, I don't boss him around too much. Somebody had the nerve to tell me that time. Say, wait, sir. Gosh, boy, I had out hit here when you fat and thing. And they hit you that one and they sweet here. But anyway, small thing. Alright? Gotta get some thick skin, right? Alright. So we have to, as I say, we have to fix our homes before we try to fix outside there.
Yes.
I'll tell you something. This is not a blaspheme against any believer here this morning. But I have seen circumstances where pastors have come up to the pulpit and they preach, but the children are out there. You ever heard of that? This is what I taught in myself. This is what God was really showing me, I believe. He was showing me we are concerned about the church, and the church is very important. But we see here a priest. Eli was a priest, and his sons were not in order. And God didn't say, well, okay, Eli, because you have spent so much time doing my will, that I will let it slide. You realize that? I tell you, the word of God is showing, open me up to different things, you know. Sometimes I'm telling you, what I have experienced in church, some of the things that people say are not accurate. Not accurate. And I say, but why I had to bring it? Why had to be the one to bring something so scary, so you feel negative over it? But it's not to be negative, it's for us to do the right thing. You hear what I'm saying this morning? We're refining. Remember when this refining, all that sand, I don't know if I give you the example of the sand. You know where they get gold from, right? The rivers just flow and they pick up the sand and the dirt. And they filter the sand and the dirt, and out of the sand and the dirt you get the gold. Little light gold that comes out. And they filter that. And if you see how stink the water does be, go on YouTube and you'll see. It brown. When not black, it brown, right? But it rare stink. But at the end of it all, you see some little traces of gold start to appear. And then they filter it more with some chemicals and things. And then a pocket of gold, and then you have to compress it to get a little tough like what you see here. This, you see what it is? This piece of gold here, take real long, my brothers and sisters, to get. It's a refinement process this morning. If the house is not in order, get it in order. You're not beating yourself over it right now. Start gradually to become refined, to refine it. It wouldn't happen overnight this morning. But try to do it because of what God is saying. So God is talking about the house. Get the house in order so that you can help others. This is what he was showing me this morning. Get the house in order. And in that context, sometimes again, we have to judge ourselves first before judging others this morning. So I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to share what I have seen. What God has also said to me. The most obvious example I can see is that of a wayward child. I don't know how much of you have children. Thank God me have children here. I'm hoping to have children, but thank God me have yet. Me know if I can handle that right now. I don't know how all this handled. A child that doesn't listen or a child who is lying and so forth. Yeah, think about it. There's a good example. We cannot just say, okay, we taught them. That is it. That is how children work in these days, neither. In fact, when you're real nice with them and you try, you know I always say, a parent is not a child friend. When that happens, trouble will eventually happen. It has happened even when a parent is a parent. Not so? You think I never fought with my mother? You think I never fought with my father? But a parent is a parent, especially my father. Especially my father. My father. Ain't no friend, you know. That's my father. If he tell you so, that is so. You understand? I still get away with mommy. Still get away. Praise the Lord for moms. Praise the Lord for moms in the house. But in all that, when this was going to, I was thinking about my past. I thought about what I got a more greater what's the word? Appreciation for him again. Not that I didn't appreciate him before, but I appreciate him more because of it. You need the Father. Yes. You need the Father. Yes, yes. That is metaphorical. You need the God. Yes. You need God the Father. Yes. You jump in on Jesus. Yes, Jesus is the most important. But don't forget God the Father behind that scene. Yes. Don't forget that. So anyways, so we cannot say, okay, we talk to them and that is it. If a child continues to do wrong things, we are responsible to pursue correcting the situation this morning. Yes. I say that, but I know how hard it is, you know. That easier said than done, you know, my brothers and sisters. Yes. My brothers and sisters, you have to pray to God that God will give you wisdom to deal with somebody's children, you know. To deal with whoever else. I just call it the example of the children. But remember, is this just an example? I'm talking about the entire house. Yes. I don't know your life. I can't give you an example. You will see your house different to how I see your house. Yes. You will see something and you will know something right here today. And you alone know you have to fix it. Yes. And that's good. Don't tell me. Unless you want to pray for you. Unless you don't want to pray for you. Because you see, you can tell me, and then I say something, you don't feel like truth to the guy. You see how this cycle that truth with me? You say, Pastor, truth this way. Pastor is nasty. No, Pastor not nasty. It's okay to laugh at the house. Pastor is nasty. Pastor just saying what the word of God said this morning. Amen? Yes. So you know what? Make your family life a good life. You know, I always think back about that. Last week, me and Riyadh, you know, we don't ever really get together alone. And me and Riyadh got together last week, right after church. And we went fishing. And I always thought, you know, Dad was so busy doing God's work, he never had time to fish with us. But it was so nice to spend time with my brother alone. Because I don't ever get him alone. It was so nice I'm sure he don't get me alone because we have wives, we have different schedules, we have different things going on. But yet we had that time to get together and, you know, we didn't really talk much. But I realized something, you know. Riyadh is a sorry? Not a fishing big enough barrier. Let me tell you something. If you want to start and you don't get disappointed, don't go off a barrier to fish. Go like somewhere else. But anyways, actually, we had a good time because we laughed and things. We tried to figure out why the water's so still. Nothing moving out, I don't know. Like they fished out the whole wharf. That was the wharf basically. The wharf, they had no fish. You had to go quiet up. But anyways, don't worry, God will make my fish out of in the name of Jesus. Alright? But anyways, I realized something. I realized Riyadh is an exceptional person. He is a good person. When I think about it, there is nothing Riyadh is do wrong that I could think of. If you understand what I'm saying, it's only then it came to light that I have good family. Amen. It was enforced into me I have good family. And we take it for granted sometimes. Because other people, their brother is trying to screw them over, as they say.
Yes.
They connect this and all kind of thing, and you know, whatever situation, so what happens, I have a big brother. Make sure you know, the emotion react pretty nice, make us smile. Eh? But the truth is, I said, the things I take for granted, I am sure Daddy was so busy, he forgot a little bit about his family. It happens.
Yes.
If it don't happen, you feel like I'm holding against you forever? No. I am holding not against you. Because what he did for God, he had to do for God.
Yes.
But I'm saying, I got that appreciation for family. And so if you develop a good system with your family, then you don't have to fix things so much. You don't have to make things hard and fast so much. If it's already good, you could just make it a little bit better this morning. That's all. Be appreciative of what you have. Your family don't cause confusion. Boy, I would be by them every Sunday, liming with them. If they do cause confusion and so forth, I have good family. I will say that. I do have good family. So, coming back to the point. So, right, so I was talking about the example of the children. So it is your responsibility to pursue correction for that situation. Hard as it may be. Because think of it this way, and probably you have to explain it. You have to say, look, and even after you explain it, they might not understand it. They might still go in their ways, but you have to explain it. Don't be a parent. That's what I'm saying, be a parent, right? This can also be seen as a process of refining in the context. Sometimes I look at this nation, and I say, somebody, you want to know it? I hear somebody go, no problem, God bless you, sister. Sometimes I look at this nation and I say, where did we as a people go wrong? Where did we as a people go wrong? Plenty good people there are. Plenty good people. I see plenty giving around Christmas time. I see all these good things. And I wonder, where did this nation go wrong? How? What happened? Not everyone went wrong, But those who went wrong, I realize that this could have been a reason for the murders, for the stealing, for the lying, the immorality that takes place in our nation. It was because we went wrong and nobody wanted to see it. Nobody, even when I say it, people think that I'm condemning, but I am just talking the facts of what I see. Certain situations, some of us went wrong, some of them went wrong. The church is not a perfect place to be in, God sends His perfection for us to become refined and become the perfect church this morning. So it is a process, I would say. Can you imagine if everyone fixed their own house this morning? Can you imagine that? We want the government to fix it. Government quite up there, Now I'm not saying that we don't have certain people of governments that cause trouble. I ain't saying that, because I think sometimes they do. But we can't blame the government for every single situation and problem that occurs this morning. If we do that, well, I don't know how I'm going to tell you. You have to check that logic. That you want to feel that is what is the problem in the government, but the government is not the only problem. If you start off at the leaves, in this case, you could divide and conquer. If you start off at the top with the government, you cannot really divide and conquer the way you want to divide and conquer. They can only try that hard. Even law can only try that hard. I am not saying they don't have problems with the law and so forth. I am just saying, if everyone could fix their little houses in order, easier said than done, right? Easier said than done. Prayer and fasting. Prayer and fasting is a start. It might be the entire finish, but it is a start this morning. You don't know, this is a reason why we have to continue to pray and fast this morning. You agree with me this morning?
Yeah.
Amen?
Yeah.
Can you imagine what the impact would be if we as a nation corporately fixed our situation? We didn't say, hey, it's he to blame, that one to blame, this one to blame. But if we fix if we just study our set, everybody has sets, right? If you study your set and fix your set, and everybody fix their set, chain reaction, good things,
Yes.
I went to St. Lucia. People poorer than us. but they seem very nice. They make do what they had. They were very welcoming, but they know it's tourists and they get money, right? But you know, we can take a little bit of those examples and make ourselves better as well. But I preach it to the choir, because you see this message probably was for outside. This message is for outside, but the question is, would they take what I was going to say? Or would they just nail me to the cross like they did Jesus? They probably would. Because they would not have, people don't like change, you know. Anybody like change in this house? If it's good, yeah. If it's about money, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. But when it's change that takes some extra work, it's hurt a little bit. You don't want the hurt to go through the change, but the hurt is a little bit worth it, I would say. I'll tell you what would happen, if everybody did this. It would be like heaven on earth. Maybe that's why it don't happen. Because we wouldn't have a reason to go to heaven then. Think about it that way. So we need to always be focusing on fixing the problems of our house. And this is a lifetime act that we need to do. You know, my father used to laugh. There's some stories. My father used to laugh. He used to say, boy, come, let me check your bag. You know, he used to talk. Boy, come, he know me, I had nothing in my bag. Checking for knife again. Boy, come, let me check your bag. We doing that? Anybody in the house just check the children bag?
Yes.
Yes? I want to see hands. Very good. Very good. 2. You phone 2, right? Very good. Oh, yeah, the technology days now. I see 2 people. If you check your child, now question yourself, if you have checked your child bag, what your child would have tell you? If your child would have say something out of hand, check it out. This is what I'm talking about. The real example is the children, but it's not children only, it's whatever is in your family, whatever is in your house this morning. This is the example. Check it out. Nothing wrong. If they're under 18, they're under your responsibility. Check it out. Phones, check it out. I hate 10-year-old and 11-year-old nudity on their phones. What you do when that happen? You leave them with the phone? Well, yes, you can leave them with the phone, but uninstall WhatsApp, uninstall Facebook. It has software out there could block certain apps and so forth. Get an app, do something.
Yes.
Don't just leave it there.
Yes.
Their innocence is already gone, but that doesn't mean their entire innocence is gone.
Amen. Amen.
Do what you have to do before it gets worse. You know, I go to UWE, I know how worse is worse, you know. Worse is very worse. Worse, you could be doing all kind of thing. You get away doing all kind of thing in UWE. So start early, because I'll tell you something.